Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. We are down in Cornwall, which is in the southwest of the UK. In fact, if you actually follow the roads all the way to the end, you'd come to Land's End, the most westerly sort of point in the UK, I guess. But we're down here to do some exploring for a couple of days, and today we're going to go off and try and find an iconic lighthouse from my youth, from the 80s, that I remember seeing on TV. Well, that was quite an interesting journey. The weather wasn't quite as I'd planned originally. It was a little bit wet and a little bit foggy. At times we could only see about 100 meters, but it made for nonetheless a spectacular drive. And I guess that's part of Cornwall as well, the fact that the weather here can change at a moment's notice. And that's why we're here, because we're at St Anthony's Head, and we're here specifically to see the lighthouse, because this lighthouse was the inspiration for Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock, where the cute, colourful little Fraggles lived underneath the lighthouse in the caves and that sort of thing. So yeah, if you like Muppets and Fraggles and that sort of thing, then this is a little bit of a sort of pilgrimage to come down here and have a look at this. So yeah, that's what we're going to go see if we can find. So this is St Anthony's Head. We are parked here in the car park, and we're going to try and get down to the lighthouse here. So it looks like St Anthony's Head also used to be a little bit of a fortress with its batteries and artillery reinforcements up here. And I believe this building behind me used to be the lieutenant's house. So we're just going to try and see if we can find the coastal path. In fact, I think I've just found it here. So I think that's where we need to head down. But I'm just wondering, there's a little bit of a complex to my left where we head down. I can just hear a foghorn. Now I do believe the light has a foghorn. It looks like it's clearing. Let me spin this camera around. I don't know if you'll see it or not, but in the distance is the town of Falmouth and the harbour, and there's a castle over there. But yeah, somewhere down here in the mist is the lighthouse and Fraggle Rock. So this is all owned by the National Trust, or shall we say managed by the National Trust, which is interesting. Toilets should you need them. We've parked in National Trust car park. I think I mentioned before I'm a member, so I get free parking, which is fantastic. No coffee shop here, unfortunately, but I got my coffee, so I came prepared this time. Looks like they got some interesting stuff over here. Gun crew rest area. So I guess you'd have your gun crews here, and they would be up on these steps. Can't see much though. I'm not sure what's down here either. But let's go and find out. Definitely wasn't expecting this here. Magazine. Okay. Not open, but I guess it's storage. And what's this say over here? Lifting davit. Lamp trimmer's room. So lifting davit was used to lower ammunition crates, could be used to buck up to the shell carriage hoists. And the lamp trimmer was responsible for maintaining emergency lamps. So I believe the coastal path continues off in that direction, but we're not going to be going up that way. And this is where St Anthony Battery B2 gun pit. unprotected edges. So this is where the guns would have been, or the gun pit. Cartridge hoist, so again these had come up from down below. And the guns would have sat in here. And you can see they would have swiveled around. B2 ammunition locker. So yeah, this is a very fortified area, and this isn't just going back to the Second World War, First World War. Very defensive part, because this is right on the coast. But even going back to, I think, the Tudor times, you would have had the protection from the sea from the French and the Spanish and others. Well, we found the right path down, I hope. It's still raining, it's wet, but we don't care. We're on an adventure, got coffee, and I can hear the foghorn, so we're just going to follow the sounds of the foghorn and see if we can't find our way. It's beautiful through here though, with the flowers. Spring's really in the air, primroses are out. There are just a load of paths here, and they all seem to be directing you towards a similar place. Some accessibility, some not accessibility, and yeah, we're just literally following our nose down, but I can see the lighthouse building in front of it and hear it in front of us, so hopefully this path and observation point comes down to it. But it's beautiful here when it's not raining. So I think this is a junction on the coastal path. St Anthony's Head. There's a way down there which actually goes down to the sea coast, but I think we're going to continue along because I can see the lighthouse. I could feel it in my bones. We're getting closer to Fraggle Rock. We're going to find some Fraggles here today. If you've got any common sense, they'll be dry in the caves. Well, there she is, the lighthouse at St Anthony's Head. We are on Fraggle Rock. We're not going to go in because it's not open to the public, but you can stay here. It's a holiday cottage. I have a guide from the National Trust that is where I found about this. I'll post a link in the description to there. So yeah, if you want to come and stay in somewhere interesting, maybe Fraggle Rock is the place for you to come and stay. Maybe in better weather than this. Foghorn might be a bit disturbing at night, but some people say it's very peaceful. I don't know. But I can't see any Fraggles. In fact, I can't see very much anything at all. My glasses are getting wet, I'm getting wet, it's misty. It's great to be here. It is typical, of course, though, as we leave Fraggle Rock behind us, the rain kind of dies off and stops, but that's okay. We don't mind that. It's a little bit damp, but that's all part of the adventure, isn't it? Got to get out there. I think I said this before in one of my videos in when I was over in South Wales in Pembrokeshire coast, about sometimes you just get those days and you still got to just get out there, enjoy it despite the weather, and you feel great for it. So get out there, get some coffee and enjoy. Well, I'm back at our seat. I said it would look nice in the summer. Actually, it looks quite nice here in spring. So we can see there's an island over there, which is where I think the Tudors, Henry VIII possibly, had his castle, guarding the channel from the French and the Spanish. And there's a lovely little beach just down here, little sandy bay. That's what I love about Cornwall, there's all these lovely beaches you see. Hard to get to, but lovely there when you enjoy it. So definitely planning on doing that while we're here. Oh, this is a battery observation post. So we've just come down a little bit further and we found this lovely place. A bit echoey in here, but you can see this is a battery observation post. So this is obviously relating back to the war. But yeah, this is where they would have been, targeting sites, reporting to the guns up top, and letting them know where to aim. And of course, if we were here on a sunny day, this is what Fraggle Rock would look like. There's a lighthouse in a sunny day. really feels, as you're walking along these paths, they've been built for fortification. I think this is what they call the Dutch rampart. So we've got the original building to our left at the top, and then I think these are pathways that came down to this point, but still protected you from people seeing you as you walked along here. There's a bird hide along here. Quiet. What can I say? Lovely place in a shelter, hot coffee, watching the birds, listening to the waves. What more could you want? Right, let's head out of here again, back up to the car. I think it is the joy of exploring, though. We were going to just head back to the car from Fraggle Rock. We saw this little path, we followed it, and hey, we found two exciting little places that we didn't even know were here. And it's raining again. Well, you can't come to Cornwall and not have Cornish pasty. Beautiful chunks of meat and vegetables and potato and that kind of stuff. And of course, Coffee Fueled Adventure's got to have coffee, so it's a great way for us to end this trip here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.